Hello fellow crafters, how are you doing this great Saturday afternoon? I'm going to do experiment and try to make my own butterflies. These are Prima. I just got them today. They were $5 and these are the Butterfly Kiss Milan, and I got to looking at them and I was thinking I can make one of those. So let's make one. Okay. This ribbon here, it's a wide ribbon. It is at least 3 3/4 wide. Now I found this at a local scrapbook store, and it was $5 a yard. I got half a yard for $2.50. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Hobby Lobby carries it and Joann Fabrics, or you could probably find it online. I got it because I'm using it on my Secret Squirrel cigar box. Okay, let's get started. Now what you're going to need some flowers that have the stems on them, like this. You're going to need stems, 2 of those for the back, and then a couple of the smaller ones for some antennas. And these are the antennas that I made. These don't have antennas. All they have is just the pearls, but I thought it'd be cool to make antennas. Okay. You need some kind of pearls. I got a couple things of pearls here. These are pearls from Recollection. These here were handmade by a young lady. I'll put her link, her YouTube below. I can't think right now, I'm really sorry. Or some bling that you have, or just plain pearls and pearls on a string, or you can use these stems. You're going to need some tape, you're going to need a piece of paper, some feathers. Woo. And I used the acrylic paint gold to color these in gold. You can color them whatever color you want. And some Tim Holtz alcohol inks, and I'll tell you what colors I used in a moment. This is what we're going to start with. You're going to take your chipboard pieces, or even just scraps of scrapbook paper. And what I did was I cheated, and I used the Prima butterfly, and I traced around it. I'm sure a lot of people either have a Cricut, you can cut out a butterfly, or you have a chipboard piece, you can cut it out, or you have a piece of paper with a butterfly on it, you can cut it out to use any kind of shape of a butterfly. If you're drawing your own butterfly, what I suggest is you draw one wing, cut it out all the way to here, and then fold it over, and then cut it again, so that way you have matching wings. Okay? Now, what I did was I turned this over, and I used my tape to tape them down. Okay? And I'm keeping them separated because we want a little bit in the center. I'm going to show you one that I've already done, and I was experimenting with it. I used the quick dry adhesive. It doesn't quick dry. So I use hot glue on the bottom one, but I experimented with it to show you. But you're going to leave a little gap in the center so that you have a place to put your stuff in the center. Okay? So you tape this down, and you're going to use a good pair of scissors, a good sharp pair of scissors to cut them out, and make sure you don't cut the center out. Once you get that cut out, I saved the edges, or this edge here is wire, so I saved it. And I used it on the back here on the top part, and then I realized that you can use the stems from your flowers. You just cut them off. And I would just put a little dot of hot glue in the center and lay this down. I twisted them together, and I would just lay this down, and then lift it up, and you got to trim it down to, so it'll fit. Then you're going to take your dabber glue. I have some gold here, and you're just going to dab it on to your stem until you get it colored. Okay? Then you're going to take some needle nose, or you can take a pencil, anything that you have round. You're going to grab the edge of it, and you're just going to twist. Until you get the desired look you want, and then you just trim it off so it's not too long. Okay? And then here's some I've already done. They're ready to go. I like these two. Okay? Now, we'll go ahead and turn this over. I experimented with the alcohol inks, okay? This one here, this is really pretty. This one here is the terracotta. And all you do is you're going to cut some of your pearls, just cut it right off the plastic and lay it on something like some plastic. And you don't even squeeze the bottle with these, you just touch it. And when you touch it, it comes out and it colors it. We have copper, we have this one is the terracotta, copper, butterscotch, and then that one is the oregano. So these are the colors that I chose because they kind of match this butterfly I'm working on. And I experimented with doing the spray. I think if I put it in the baggie and put the alcohol ink in there, it'll color it better. But that was an experiment with that. Now let's get started. The feathers, I'm going to put them on, or I'm going to put the pearls on first. And all it is just a little piece at the bottom. And if it's too long, you can trim it up later. Then I'm going to take some of my feathers. These things get everywhere. I'm going to try and take the smallest ones. That's pretty cool. Now you can just do, however you want your feathers. Now I think I'm going to use these two centers here. See how they look. Or we can try, it's still hot. Try this one. These here I bought at Hobby Lobby. They come in a package of I think 6, and they're all different colors. I think I'm going to use that one. That's it. There's my butterfly. There's Prima. This one's mine. Thanks for watching.